Please welcome to the program, Gord Downie. It's nice to see you, man.
It's good to see you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's
Folks.
I mean, a hip record is a cause for celebration at any time because it's beautiful. We get to go down this road with you, and then, you know, recently seeing the National in your interview with Wendy Mesley, then there's this whole other thing that comes with it. When you got the word about your wife's diagnosis, tell me, what was that avalanche like?
Well, I was going through my notebooks, and I keep notebooks for things like groceries and pithy comments with which to, you know, regale you. What to say to George, ... And I remember going back to that day just the other day.
You're an intensely private man, and this isn't an abstract thought you're putting out here. You're talking about nurses. You're talking about very direct things. What was that decision process like for you?
Well, I couldn't really do anything about it. You know, I was writing, I wanted to, there's a lot of emotions, you know, anger, fear, impatience. Impatience is a big one. Love, you know, you're just clamoring to help. So, you know, when Laura was free and clear, we got back into it in the studio. It's sort of hard to write during, because that felt, you know, I don't know, somehow not right, I don't know. I was taking little notes maybe. But once she was free and clear, we went into the studio to finish the record, which had been put on hold. Everything had to achieve a standard, I thought, of reality, you know, and illusion wasn't really cutting it, and to the extent that I have contributed to the illusion machine all these years, and to the extent that I've tried to extricate myself from the illusion machine, now it was very basic. You know, I wanted to write fairly clearly, openly. But having said that, I still write the way I write, and it maybe is not entirely obvious, but I thought it would be obvious to the people to whom it'd be obvious.
I mean, you've always been a staunch environmental supporters, community supporter. You take a look at communities all across this country that are going through unbelievable assault on an environmental level, which contributes to the poor health and lack of well-being for many people. Does it just sort of solidify your anger in that respect?
I don't know if it's anger, but I don't know that you can go around and cut environmental assessments where a community is allowed to sort of assess the safety of a project. I don't think you can gut the Fisheries Act. I don't think that you can throw over science and research for ideology, you know, and not expect there to be casualties. There will be blood if you're going to do that.
Right.
Toxins go to the fatty tissues, and everybody knows that.
You know, the last song is called Goodnight Attawapiskat on this. Why that, first of all?
If you read about the communities along James Bay, Western Shore there, you know kind of what they're going through in various forms and ways, you know, and you reconcile that with the people that you meet. And everyone's like you and me, except way funnier, you know, way cooler.
Yeah.
And
way tougher.
yeah, but, and gentler. And anyway, I'm maybe not painting an accurate picture, but at least I'm trying to paint a picture that isn't the picture that we all just sort of accept and forget about.
What a trip that must have been for you to be up there. You were Joe Boyden, right?
Yeah, and the band, and Joe asked us to go up because he was the keynote speaker, and would we come up, and in that particular case they asked me to sing Knocking on Heaven's Door, and they were pretty particular that it was the Guns N' Roses version. And I was like, yeah, no problem, you know. And I was like, no, it's different. And then they told me that their singer, whose name is eluding me right now, I got it wrong on the evening too, and said it about 7 times in the mic. But they told her to take a a seat so that I could sing the song.
Right.
And I was like, you never throw over your singer. What are you doing? She's your singer.
She's coming up here with
And
us.
she's like, no, it's okay. I can't hit the notes. And I was like, well, then you'll come with me. And then I said, okay, cool. And then it was like, and then I introduced her onto the stage by her wrong name.
She didn't hear it, dude. I bet you she heard it right no matter how it happened.
What's her name? You must have people that can figure that out.
Roseanne.
Roseanne.
That's her name, Roseanne.
I'd like to call Roseanne to the stage right now. You never throw over your singer. She's going to help me sing Knocking on Heaven's Door. Put it together for Roseanne. You ready?
Woo! Before we get to the...
You're good.
What did you...
That's good.
Before we get to that part, what did you call her? Roseanne's not that hard.
The music was loud. There was a band playing before, and we were side stage, and we were really nervous, and the music was blaring. I was like, you're nervous because it means something, you know? And what's your name? And I think I was, I don't know, man. It was like, it wasn't Roseanne. Rosette. I was calling her Rosette.
That's close, man. That's close.
Rosette.
I've never met a Rosette.
Why didn't she kick me in the nuts?
Are you familiar with the Ken Spencer Science Park?
I'm not.
Okay. You know who those two are? At the Ken Spencer Science Park at Science World, there are two chickens. One is called Gord, the other is called Downie.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. This is really, I don't know what to say.
How do you feel about that?
I'm still processing it.
We're pretty fortunate where we don't know from night to night who we're going to be playing to, and it doesn't seem like we're exclusively a college band, which to me is great, you know, because sometimes in the college gigs, you know, you're up there and you wonder if you're basically a backdrop for, you know, some big huge beer up or something like that, and that can be more frustrating than playing to no one.
1989.
My concerns are the same.
They are.
Are we just a backdrop for some beer up?
If you were to stand near the ferry to Wolf Island, near the K-Rock Center, where would you be standing?
Number one, the Tragically Hip way.
The Tragically Hip way. Paul Langlois said that he doesn't drive on that street late at night because he doesn't want someone to accidentally post a picture of Facebook on him on his own street late at night. Do you ever just cruise that street just cause?
Well, we happened to be on it this summer. We were going, I think, to Paul's house, actually, with my kids. And we were at the stop sign. I didn't even notice. And my wife said, hey, look. And the kids thought that was actually pretty cool. But I realized I hadn't even mentioned it to them. Probably because it was such a nail-biting city council vote to decide it.
It was that close?
Yes, it was. 7-6.
You were hoping for more of a slam dunk.
Yeah. You know, but it's Kingston, and they consider things carefully and carefully.
Well, listen, congratulations. Now for Plan A. It's another great record, man. Well done.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Go down, everybody. Tragically Hip.